Well, the Hawaii County Council will hold its final vote on Bill 113 today that would restrict GMOs on that island. Well, joining me now to talk about that, Dean Okamoto, owner of Nalo Farms. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Laura.
Well, you have been so involved in the local community for such a long time with small business, with farmers, and in recent years, you have definitely taken the perspective of seeing GMOs in a positive light. Why so?
Well, as Hawaii Farm Bureau president, we represent all forms of agriculture. And, I had the unique perspective of being able to go to Washington and seeing the use of the technology across the nation. I see the vetting process of the FDA and USDA, and, it takes 13 years on average to get out a GMO crop into the community. And to me, the vetting process is far and above being so conclusive that it's safe that I can't believe that of course there's nothing 100% safe, right?
One thing that we talked about yesterday was when you hear about the debates over GMO, sometimes everything's clumped together as one thing. But what we're dealing with now, because of technology, there's such a broad range of how we can deal with genetically modified organisms. I would imagine that's something that you feel can be utilized.
Absolutely. I mean, we're looking for anything that will help agriculture. And, we talk about sustainability, we talk about growing agriculture, yet we talk about taking away tools from farmers, yet we're talking about adding more costs to farmers with food safety and with pesticide regulations and all of these things. So, at what point does a farmer not say, you know what, enough? I mean, how can we grow things and yet be limited in the tools that we're able to use going forward?
Real quickly, I know we got to wrap soon, but just a couple of examples of some of the farmers, ranchers that you've dealt with who are dealing with some pretty extreme conditions right now, who maybe might benefit for something.
Well, I mean, our livestock industry, for example, there's guinea grass, drought-resistant guinea grass is being tested right now, and that would enhance our livestock industry. They'd be able to grow more grass-fed beef going forward. There's lettuce, there's tomatoes being looked at, and those are heavily hit by pests.
Well, I think these days so many examples of why we need to continue this discussion on what kind of tools we could use here in the islands.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing is let's have discussions.
Well, thank you so much, Dean, for being here. I know we're just kind of scratching the surface. This is such a big discussion. You can watch our interviews with Dean and Professor Venezuela on our website, KITV.com. All right, coming up next.